Good morning, students. Today we'll start geography and we'll discuss the chapter drainage. And before starting the chapter, welcome after the summer vacation. Now we will be proceeding to the half yearly syllabus. So, firstly, like geography, we are starting here with the third chapter, that is drainage. Drainage means it's particularly a system of rivers. It describes the system of rivers. Like if you generally have an idea about India, that we have different kind of rivers, and in whole part of India we have different many rivers, more than thousands river we have only in South India, or you can say more than 3,000 rivers we get in North India. And if we you can see the whole part of India, so there are many rivers, or which play a very important role in the economy of our country, because if rivers generally they are called the veins of India, like in a human body, as the vein work like through which the blood is circulated. So same way, if rivers are not there in country, so what would happen to the country? So like the role of the river we will discuss in this chapter. So drainage means we describe the river system of an area. If we see the physical map of India, and generally during this summer vacation you have drawn some rivers and you got new idea about that, how many rivers we have. Basically main rivers, you know, that rivers of South India and the rivers of North India. So we'll notice the small streams flowing the different direction come together to form the main river, and ultimately drains into the large water bodies such as the lake and sea and ocean. Suppose for example, like river is having the origin of Himalayas or mountain, and these river enters into the plain region, and after the plain they fall into sea. Okay, so this is particularly the river system because they have their origin in Himalayas and fall in sea. So the area drained by the single river system is called drainage. Drainage, single river, any river, कोई भी एक river, suppose it's flowing from the region, like when we're talking about Ganga. So Ganga is coming from Uttarakhand, from Gangotri glaciers, and it is flowing, and it's having its many tributaries in northern plain of India. Like in northern it is having Yamuna, then after it's meeting with several rivers of Nepal, and simultaneously in other region when it's flowing by known by the different name, like the tributary Son and Ghagra, and many rivers are there, we'll see in the chapter. So this is called the drainage basin. A closer observation of the map will indicate that any elevated area such as mountain or upland separates two drainage basin is called water divide. So water divide, simply this picture you can understand, stream A and stream B means this is the river, and elevated region is called water divide. There are some example in our country that where such kind of formation take place, and cities or the area populative areas are situated. So drainage system in India, the mainly controlled by the broad features, relief features of subcontinent. According to the rivers are divided into two major groups, that is Himalayan rivers and peninsular rivers. In brief, if I tell you the Himalayan rivers, they are the northern plains river, and we are talking about peninsular river, they are the south river. So rivers are of two type, northern rivers and southern rivers. सदर्न रिवर्स मीन्स साउथ में जो फ्लो करती है. सिंपल सा डिफरेंस वी कैन सी दैट नॉर्दर्न प्लेन्स जो रिवर है वो क्या है, दे आर पेरेनियल रिवर, और सदर्न की रिवर्स क्या है, वो क्या है, सीजनल रिवर. सीजनल मतलब सीजन में ही वो फ्लो करती है, उसके बाद नहीं. So apart from the originating from the two major physiographic region, two major physiographic means like south and north. Then physiographic region of India, physiographic physical features of India. So Himalayan, the peninsular river, and different from each other many ways. This is very much important part because sometime the question come before you like the difference between the Himalayan rivers and southern rivers या plateauic rivers. ठीक है, या फिर ईस्टर्न रिवर्स वेस्टर्न रिवर्स लाइक क्वेश्चंस वी फेस. Most of the Himalayan rivers are perennial. Himalayan river perennial means the river which are having throughout year the water. So perennial means throughout the year we have the water in those river. It means that they have water throughout the year, and these river receives water from the rain as well from the melted snow from the lofty mountains. Lofty mountains means high mountains. Means they come from the high peak of mountain, that's why, because snow is there, that's why they come always they have water in them, like Ganga and Yamuna. So two major Himalayan rivers, Indus and Brahmaputra, originate from the northern Himalayas or northern mountain ranges, and they have cut through the mountain, making gorges. Gorges, the picture is given is before you here. This is the picture of gorges. Gorges means the long or you can say huge mountain are here through which the river is flowing. This river, these we call the gorges. Gorges means when the river is flowing deeply. So gorgeous Himalayan rivers have long courses. We know that you can experience because we people are living in northern plain, northern area or Himalayan rivers. They have long courses. Courses means where they are flowing from their source to sea. कहाँ तक फ्लो करती हैं? मतलब हिमालय से लेकर कहाँ जाएंगी? प्लेन्स, देन आफ्टर सी. So the Himalayan rivers have long courses from their sources to sea, and they perform intensive erosional activity in their upper course and carry huge load of silts. Silts and sands means this is the eroded material which they bring with them. Silt means it is a kind of material which is not the coarser than you can say sand or not the like clay. Means coarser like silt का मतलब होता है थोड़ा सा खुरदुरा या roughest material. And in the middle, the lower courses, these rivers form meanders, oxbow lakes, and many other depositional features of their floodplains. Till here we discuss. So, because the river when it's flow, I tell you about how this kind of activities are done by the river. Suppose the river are coming from mountain. So when it is coming from mountain, the flow will be very high, and here the erosional activity will be more. And after that, when it enter into the slopy region, plains region, so the you can say flow of the water will be high. So here the gate or the movement of the river like will be this serpent like. And after that you can say when the flood is there, high rainfall is there, so what will happen, this particular, this is called the meanders, and this particular area will convert it into oxbow lake. Oxbow lake. So oxbow lake, like if you have seen the ox feet, so they are like this. So this particular lake converted into, you can say this particular area of river converted like this. And this is called the Oxbow Lake. So different depositional activities take place here in the floodplain by the river. So till here we'll discuss this. And in the next segment, we'll do another thing like the drainage pattern we will discuss and the course of river we will discuss. So thank you. Have a nice day.